let's talk about sound recording now. Well, as you can see, I'm wearing headphones, and that's something that I wouldn't have needed with the 5D Mark II because there was actually nowhere to plug them in. Thankfully, on the 5D Mark III, we now have that facility. But before we go on to just monitoring audio, let's talk about recording audio. Now, there's a single mono microphone built into the camera. This, to be honest, is only really useful for a reference, a guide track. It's not really something I would recommend using to record usable sound because it tends to pick up all the handling noise of the camera and any noises you might make whilst operating. This is my personal favourite. It's the Rode Stereo Video Mic, and I like it because it's metal, comes with a very solid cage, and the support mechanism is very solid as well because you do tend to bang it quite a lot when you're filming. This is a stereo microphone, and this plugs into the microphone jack on the side of the camera. Next up, you want to plug in your headphones, and that's the real big new aspect of this camera. Plug our headphones into this side of the camera, place them on our ears, go into mode, and then what you can do is actually monitor the audio coming off the microphone. This is a huge plus for this camera because now you can hear exactly what you're recording. So let me now take you into the menu and show you how to adjust your headphone volume and your input level for the microphone. So once you're in the menu, you want to scroll along to the red camera sub-menu 4. Then scroll down to sound recording. You have 3 options: manual, auto and disable. Auto will set the level for you. Manual, you have to set the level manually. Disable switches off the audio altogether. Now, to go down to the manual setting, you'll notice there's something called record level. Turn the dial to select that, and then by using the quick control dial on the back of the camera, you can engage the sound to go lower or higher. Sometimes you'll have to adjust the audio during a take, and this noise really isn't something you want. So there is a way where you can turn that noise off and control this audio level using touch sensitivity. Now, to do this, you have to come out of this menu and go on to the 5th sub-menu of that first red camera. And under Silent Control, select Silent Control to enable. Now once you do this and go back to the audio menu, which is in the 4th sub-menu, and back into manual recording, what you'll notice now, if you scroll down, you'll notice the Silent Control dial shows up on the screen. So to set your audio level, you simply have to touch the dial on the left or the right hand side, and it will silently adjust the recording input level to the desired effect. Remember, when recording audio, you want to see as many yellow dashes as you can without seeing any red. If you find that the touchpad is not showing up, that means you need to enable it in the menu. Finally, you'll notice that the wind filter is disabled. That's because the wind filter is only related to the inbuilt camera mic. To adjust the headphone volume, press the quick button, and then using the multi-controller whilst pressing the rate button, push the button up for the volume to go up and down for the volume to go down. You won't see any indication on the screen, you just have to listen and judge by ear. So that's your basic introduction to recording audio on the 5D Mark III. Now, that's using the menu-driven functions, and it's fairly straightforward, and you can just use those functions. But this camera is very advanced, and so it has a number of different ways of doing the same thing. There are other functions that you can control with audio in the quick menu, which we'll look at later on. But for now, just think about what mic you're plugging in and what kind of control you want to have over that mic. Do you want it to be completely automatic, or do you want to have some manual control?